Morning, everybody. Another little review from a quick Christmas present I got. And, I've always been a huge fan. By the way, hit like and subscribe if you like this stuff. Help the channel out. Promote it. I put a lot of time and effort. I know it doesn't maybe look like that at some time, but I actually do. I buy a lot of products and stuff to review and spend a good bit of time thinking about what I want to say and planning out rides and mods and whatever kind of stuff I'm doing to make what I think will be interesting content for the channel. But I need to ask the audience to, if you do enjoy this stuff, hit like and hit subscribe, and also make comments. They really do help the algorithms. So what we're going to look at is a new Civivi knife. For me, it's been out for a little while. Been meaning to get one, just never got around to it. My wife was like, "What do you want for Christmas?" I put together a little list, and there it is. So I've been a huge fan of the Civivi Elementum. It is a little small for my hands, but as far as just an elegant, less than $60, nice D2, hollow grind, jimping. This one I think is on phosphor bronze washers. Although I think later ones have switched to bearings. But, it's really smooth. It's a really nice knife. Really well made. Nice, deep carry pocket clip that's comfortable. Beautiful chamfered rounded edges, really well put together with micarta. I mean, it's an amazing little pocket knife. So I really like that a lot. And one of the things I wanted to see was them go to a 3.5-inch version. This is the 3-inch barrel. You can tell I just did a gun review a minute ago. It's got the 3-inch blade, and I really like the 3.5-inch. If they just made it a little bit bigger, it would fit my hand a little better. Not that this doesn't fit, but you know what I mean. And, they did, but then they came out with the button lock. And honestly, it's nice, but I don't like the button lock. I really like the little flipper. The button lock is too floppy and fidgety. It just seems gimmicky to me. And there's just something off about it. And because it's not a flipper, you lose that little bit of the finger guard, which I like and would like on a larger knife. So, yeah. So I happened to see that they offered a fixed blade. I was like, let's check that out. So, typical nice Civivi box. Civivi does a good job. Civivi does a really good job. They make some really quality stuff. Let's see. Interesting. It's like a Kydex or thermomolded plastic, whatever, kind of a holster. I guess that just goes right on your belt. Does that clip in, or you got to take your... Oh, yeah, I guess it does. So, okay, so that's nice. Easy on, easy off. Or I guess you can... Yeah. All right, let's just get into the knife. All right, it has a lanyard on it. Not crazy about that. We're going to take that off. But let's take a look at the knife itself. Comes with a little sticker. Comes with the brand warranty card. Comes with actually a pretty good size. Damn. Microfiber. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And I want to try to remember how much these things cost. I think they're under $100. Take that off. Got a little protector there for the tip. Let's see what we think about this. So this has got, what, a 4-inch blade? That's a 4-inch blade with a 3.6 cutting edge. Hollow grind, again. Very similar, although slightly different micarta. Full tang construction. So it's a strong knife. Steel's a little bit beefier, but still fairly thin, so this should prove slicey. See, there's something about this handle, man. And what's nice is that they kept, even though obviously it's not a flipper, they kept that. So they basically just scaled it up and made it a fixed blade. But I'm looking at the shape and the contours of the handle. It's damn near identical. It's just scaled up. That is nice. Beautiful drop point. You got a little sort of swedge going on there on the top. Really beautiful hollow grind. Feels wicked sharp. So these panels go on. They just screw in. You got your Civivi logo. Well, I was going to say on the pivot screw, but really it's just a mount. We're going to take this off. But for those that like the lanyard, I'm not much, but I guess that could come in handy. So what they've done is made that lanyard into a kind of I guess it'll give you a few feet of paracord if you need an emergency. So it's probably not a bad thing to have. I would say I would maybe put that on the sheath or something, just as an emergency use. So I feel like I have a cold coming on, so I don't sound as energetic and my voice is a little stuffy. Man, that's it. I guess you got jimping on top. That's ungenerous. Like here, you can get your fingertip up there just enough. It's not, doesn't look like a traditional finger choil like a Spyderco, but you can get it up there. But what I did notice was you do have to be careful because you are running pretty close to that edge, but you can choke up on it with the fingertip a little bit. Here, because it's just that much bigger, I can get it right there in the knuckle and there's still a gap. So that's really nice. That makes that really usable. This is like a perfect size on the smaller sides of like a bushcraft or just a nice sturdy camping knife. If you're out hiking or something like that, locks in nice. I mean, hell, if you're in the winter months where it's easier to conceal, you know, if you are in an area where you can't carry a firearm, you know, that might make a decent little self-defense weapon as well. Clicks in nice. You don't have to adjust it. I mean, there's no adjustment anyway, but that locks in. Like, that isn't going anywhere. I mean, leather sheaths look nicer, but this is, you know, going to be sweat-proof, waterproof. If it takes a dunk in a creek, no big deal. It's not going to affect anything. Protects the blade. Protects you from the blade while you're carrying it. There's no wiggle. No rattling around. That's nice. That's a really good fit. Love the micarta. Civivi does a really good job with micarta. And that's just a really nice grind. That looks really good. Let's see how the edge is. It's fairly light for the size of it. Yeah. Yeah. Plenty sharp. Will it do a push test? No. Well, a little bit there. Yeah, it's doing it. It's a thicker, stouter blade, so once it starts going in, it's not quite as good of a slicer as something like the small, Spydercos. But I'm going to go ahead and strop the edge real quick and just make sure there's no burrs off and make sure it's polished up nice. But you hear that? It is it's a nice edge, though. I love that hollow grind. That's a really cool knife. Now I got to figure out how I can carry this. This is a knife I would want to carry, even though it's a straight edge. You know, a fixed blade, you know? I feel like that would be really nice. It's really comfortable. It's big enough without being big. I mean, it's not like my Topps Steel Eagle Anaconda, or is it? I guess it's a Steel Eagle. Oh, that's kind of cool, too. You can adjust this for the width of the belt. That's a nice little setup here. That's not bad at all. So you could change the angle if you wanted to, you know, tilt it or, you know, do something like that. And then this, you can loosen that screw and do that, you know, slide that so that it makes it just the right width for your belt so it doesn't do this on the belt. You want it to kind of just barely fit in there to kind of keep it from pivoting back and forth so there's no extra slop. That's a nice little design. It just clicks right in. So I guess you would take this off and just kind of click it on, or I guess you could feed it through. I'm trying to think if this is actually on your belt and you were to loosen it, this is going to be trapped behind the belt. So then how would it would be going into your side? I have to figure out how to do that. We'll play around with that later, see if I can carry that. Not bad, though. Not bad at all. That is a really cool knife. I love Civivi. The amount of value you get for your money is just insane. So let me just go on my other screen here and go over to Amazon and see what these things are going for. Amazon. And let's see, Civivi. And Element. All right, let's see. Fixed blade. Probably should have typed that in. All right, so let's see. If you want to get the all black one with D2 Kydex, that's 74. They've got one for 85 that has contoured G10 handles, which are really nice looking actually. And then I just wanted the micarta. So it's right around there. I don't see it on here. But it's right around in that $70, $80 range, probably about 80 bucks. So really good value. I mean, D2 is nice, tough tool steel. There's not a lot of billboarding on it. It just has the simple name. Somewhere on here, I'm sure there's a D2 stamped. I just don't know. Oh, there it is. It's really tiny. Yeah, D2. That's a really nice knife. That feels great in the hand. That would be perfect if you're camping and food prep, or you're just in the woods and you need just a small, something that's relatively discreet that you can just lock in, grab it when you need it. I'm sure you could mount this to other things. I don't know if guys have like a tactical vest or something like that. I'm sure you can pop these two screws out and then paracord it or however you want to mount it. I'm sure they have other pieces that could click onto that. Was it Molly or whatever? You know, you can have that on your vest or something like that and just grab it and pull it out and you got a small little utility knife. That's what I like about it. It's very nice. It's very clean and elegant, but it's also very useful and utilitarian. So that is the Civivi fixed blade with brown micarta. That's just beautiful. And kind of the pattern that's going to wear in over time as you get dirt and skin oil and stuff on it. It'll start to look a little weathered and it'll smooth out a little bit, but it's nice because even when it gets wet, it still gives you traction. Really nice design. Love it. Anyway, that's the review of the Civivi Elementum fixed blade. And there it is, just for a size comparison. So you can see for a fixed blade, it's a pretty small knife, but it's just big enough to be useful, which is nice.